Hello, everybody. Welcome back. The Championship recommences tonight after the international break with Southampton versus Leicester. This, the first meeting of any of the Year 1 parachute teams. We are here for the watch along. Come and join us for the next couple of hours. Have your say in the debate. It is Southampton versus Leicester. Right, welcome everybody. Southampton versus Leicester should be a really good one tonight. Make yourself known immediately if you are in the chat. Charlie, welcome. Ben, Ewan, Stevie with that membership. Hit the join button, why won't you? Wilco, Josh. Ben seems to be sporting a denim shirt as he's gone forward. My shorts are not denim. Can you imagine wearing denim shorts? But yeah, my fashion sense is not beyond that. Matty, welcome. Alistair, welcome. Hit the like button, all of you lot. This should be really good, shouldn't it? Southampton and Leicester both down from the Premier League. Two new managers. They want to keep the ball. They want to play this beautiful, pure style of football. I wonder, and we discussed this with Sam last night at the Championship check-in, how two teams wanting to do that against each other on the same pitch stacks up. This is either going to be a very methodical, slow game, or it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Hopefully, the latter for all us lot here. Welcome, Tom. Welcome, Vindaloo. We will have a look at the team news. We will get your full-on predictions. Have a little vote in the poll. What have we got at the moment? We have got 44% of people think Leicester are going to grab an away win here. Only 14% behind Southampton. 39% scoring draw at the moment. Very, very interesting numbers. That's surprising numbers, I think. Evening, John. We're going to be hearing from John at half-time again. Ceaseless plugging for me. If you hit the join button down, is it that way over there? You can, obviously, after the appropriate vetting process, you can come and join me at half-time during one of these watch times we're going to be hearing from John. Yes, we are seeing the 9-0 hammering that happened in this fixture previously. We're going to get in. We're going to look at the teams and then we'll get your predictions. We are 13 minutes from kickoff in the Friday night watch along. Now, this team news is pretty interesting, I have to say. You can see Southampton up there. It says 4-4-2, and that's the foot mob algorithm probably just sticking things in those positions. It's unlikely to actually look that way, but I can understand why they've gone with that. So it is Bazunu in goal. Didn't have the best game against Sunderland last time, did he? We know Manning and Walker-Peters will play at fullback. And when we did Southampton and Sheffield Wednesday, they both, at the same time, came across into the middle when Southampton were in possession of the ball. The really interesting one is we're fairly sure that Taylor Harwood-Bellis is going to be centre-back. But Flynn Downs, Shea Charles are both midfielders. Whether they'll nominally be centre-backs, and Southampton are hoping to have so much possession that they'll essentially have a midfielder back there on the ball. We will find out. I think Flynn Downs did play the nominal centre-back position role for Swansea when Russ Martin was there. So I can see why he's appearing there. Have a look out for that, because I suspect it's going to want to be something, I don't know, that doesn't look like a 4-4-2. We'll find out as we go. Central midfield, then Shea Charles and Smallbone in there. Wide, again, we're not entirely sure, because it has kind of been a 3, hasn't it? And we've got Ryan Fraser in there. That must be his debut, mustn't it? A Dozy down the other side. And Armstrong and Adams, is that going to be a front two? Probably not. If someone was going to be off, it would probably be Armstrong, either behind or to one side. So it looks like a simplistic 4-4-2 on that picture. It's just not going to be the case, is it? So really fascinating look in terms of that Southampton team. I'll go to comments in just a sec. Let's have a look at the bench as well. Sulemana, Amiel, who was Sam Parkin's player to watch a couple of weeks ago. Mara, Alcaraz, look at benches, Jesus Christ. Aribo, Armstrong, Bree, Holgate, McCarthy. And that is all she wrote there. Let's have a look at your comments, actually, before we have a look at the Leicester team. Let us know what you think. I'll skip over any predictions that are going in there, and we'll round them all up in one go. Tommy, welcome. 4 years ago, how quickly things changed. Absolutely, yeah. Leicester chasing top four. John, good evening. Daryl, good evening. Saint was there at the 0-9. Not the right night to be there. Well, turn up, rain or shine, don't you? Good or bad if you're a fan, but there you go. Southampton want to bounce back from a Sunderland defeat. Leicester want to make a statement, going to be good. I hope so. Southampton 4-3-3. Armstrong as an attacking 8. Sounds more like what we are thinking. Could get ugly tomorrow. Alistair talking about Reading here. Not clever at Reading. Is it? Once again. Maybe Saints go on a bad run if they lose this one today. We shall see. Stewart injured. Yes, he is not going to be around. Signed injured, obviously, but I assume they did all the requisite medical research. Right. Leicester, we thought Leicester had loads of goalies in their squad. They've also got loads of fullbacks. They're essentially, Doyle is sort of a wide centre-back rather than fullback. But, again, an interesting look. Hermansen in goal. Justin, right back. Has he played yet this season? Someone will tell me in the chat. I don't believe he has. Has he? Let me double check. Minutes played 2. So he has played, but not for very long at all, James Justin. Brilliant player. Fullback can play either side. Pereira, the other side, is the one. And they do this slightly differently to Southampton, where it's not both fullbacks going in and forward. It's just one of them. So you get the left back goes in front in central midfield, and the rest of the defence then spreads out. Right, big, wide open gap right across the pitch. Quite interesting setup. I saw it on the opening day, Leicester versus Coventry. Vestergaard and Doyle will be in that kind of 3 with very wide open gaps there, unless I'd assume you can swap Vestergaard and Doyle the other way around, and Doyle will be out further and Vestergaard will be in the middle. Winks and Didi, Dewsbury Hall is a midfield 3, but remember, it does look like a sort of 2-3-5 in the end. So Winks will sit and be joined by Pereira, won't he? Sorry, 3-2-5. Dewsbury Hall and Ndidi really are supposed to get as high and as narrow as they possibly can. And it's that Pep Guardiola to Enzo Maresca 5 across the front, that row that should comprise Dewsbury Hall and Ndidi, Casey McAteer, Steph Mavadidi, and I think we can call him the great Jamie Vardy, and the great Jamie Vardy, who's back in from the start. Let me know your thoughts on it. Should be a really, really interesting football match. I just hope, as I said to Sam on the podcast yesterday, I hope it doesn't turn into some textbook coaching session manual between two managers trying to outthink each other, and it's just really boring and methodical, and there's not really a lot of off-the-cuff football. More comments. What have we got in here? Expected, Matty, this will be a poor game. Neither team's excited me so far. I hope you're wrong, Matty, only purely for entertainment's sake. But I have outlined how I think Matty could be right in terms of cancelling each other out and textbook football rather than off-the-cuff football, coaching manual stuff, if that is not completely unfair to these two excellent managers. Iheanacho on the bench for Leicester, Daka, Akun, Isaku, Kasedi, Chowdhury, Cody on the bench. Interesting. First time we've seen him since that big signing. Stelacic is the final member of that Leicester City bench. Right. The poll is going, and scoring draw is actually now favourite. 43% of you in the poll think this is going to be a scoring draw. 40% Leicester win. 13% Southampton win. Interesting. Let's get some more comments and then we'll go to predictions. Ben's watch-alongs always have goals. I mean, ain't that the truth, hey? Ain't that the truth? Prem game last season, Stephen, absolutely was. And the first, as we said, the first time we've seen 2 year one parachute teams meeting with each other. Do you feel the championship has become more textbook coached in general? Yeah, you can't not feel that, Tom, can you? And I suppose these are the sides with the resources to try and pull it off that, can have the squad depth and can sign the players to do exactly what they want. Hi to Carl. Thought my TV broke. Someone messing around with the lights in the stadium. You love to see it. £20 on a Leicester win. Just takes a couple of Leicester shots on target. Looking at the stop it, Bazunu stats. Yeah, he struggled in the last game. No nil-nils. We are not here for the nil-nils. With that being said, everybody pause for 1 sec. Get your predictions at the ready as we see a lovely light show here, Pink Floyd style, down on the South Coast. I need your predictions for this game. Stick the teams in as well as it gets a bit confusing. And all after 3, get your predictions in. You've got 16 seconds in the comments. Go. Right, get your predictions in. I'll let it roll a little few seconds longer as we see Jamie Vardy and Adam Armstrong in the shot there in the tunnel down at St. Mary's. Right, let's read out your predictions. You lot. The chat was skewing Leicester and scoring draw, the poll. Keep voting in that. Keep that filling up. Gives us a good feel of what people are thinking. 2-2, 1-1. 3-2 Leicester, 3-2 Leicester. 2-2, 2-2, 1-1. 3-2, 3-1 Leicester, 2-1 Leicester, 2-1 Leicester. Interesting this. Yeah, there's a lot of this Vindaloo, but their Foxes win both teams to score. Let me do a quick click through. Sorry if I do not read them out. Hoping for a draw. Any score. There speaks probably a Preston, Ipswich, Birmingham, whoever. Insert team at the top. No one predicted 0-0. Liam, stop it. 2-2 draw. Leicester fan here. We need to score early. 10-10 game in the universe. That'd do, wouldn't it? 3-1. I can see a shutout. I can't see a shutout for either side. I hope you're right. We love ourselves at both teams to score. We just love goals, don't we? We're very basic football fans, aren't we? Just stick the ball in the back of the net. Keep your comments coming. We are just about 2 minutes from kickoff. Let's have a look at the league table going into this. David Prutton on the telly did say either side can go top. I mean, he's right. I think Southampton are going to need to win by 7 or something to do that. But hey, objective fact is objective fact. They've already added on a point there for Hull, who have kicked off against Coventry. They play this evening as well. So you can see Southampton in 7th. A win would take them on to 13 points, tied with Preston. But yeah, they would need to win 7-0, which I think we can all agree is probably not going to happen. Leicester, though, can go clear, can't they? They can go on to 15 points, put themselves 2 points clear at the top if they can get the win. They've won 4 out of 5 games thus far. And Enzo, Maresca was, controversially, as we've debated a few times on podcasts and on Twitter, the manager of the month in the Championship. 4 wins for 4 from him in August. Right, Jamie Vardy is just about to do the toss here with Adam Armstrong, the Saints captain. And then I think we are all ready to go. So let's do this real quick before kickoff. Is that referee Madley? Yeah, popular as ever. Let's do a like spike. So everybody, you've got 9 seconds. If everybody could hit the like button. I think we've already got 30 likes, so we're doing well. Wouldn't it be lovely to get up to 50? Everybody hit like right now. It's an early like spike. Thank you, one and all, for your support in the comments, all of that good stuff. Yeah, I can see we've bumped straight up to 40. Hopefully, there you go, 48. If we made 50, probably will. There's a bit of a lag when I look on the other screen. My apologies as ever. We are having a minute's silence here. So I'm going to keep talking, but obviously with full respect to whatever's going on here down at the St Mary's Stadium. Hopefully we'll get some indication maybe on the screen so we can properly respect whatever is going on here. Forgive me, I don't have the sound on. If anyone can smarten me up in the chat, that would be really, really helpful. Hull Coventry has been played tonight, Tom, due to rugby, I believe. Rugby tomorrow. Armstrong in midfield. We are apparently expecting to see that, a slightly deeper Adam Armstrong. Is that correct? Morocco earthquake. So, of course, it's always difficult with these minute silence. I hope you understand. I have to keep talking, but we obviously respect fully whatever is the tribute that's going on. Earthquake and natural disasters. So, yes, thoughts and respects, obviously, to people affected by that. Right, I think we're all ready to go. I am watching on Sky Sports Football HD. Normal drill here. If you are on Now TV, Smart TV, or whatever means to watch this game, you may need to pause me at some point. I may be ahead of you, so we'll give you a timestamp to work through that. Keep your comments coming throughout. The ball is back with Bazunu. And we are go, go, go. Radaby Leeds, thank you so much for a super chat. And Mavididi into the box. Early on, Mavididi cuts it back. Vardy! Oh, and Vardy has opened the scoring within 21 seconds. We thought we were going to get goals tonight. And if anybody guarantees goals, it's Jamie Vardy. Horrible start for Southampton. The ball cut back to Vardy. Sticks it in the corner. Southampton 0. Leicester 1. What a start, guys. Anyone who said 0-0, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Wow. What a start here. And Southampton caught, as we've seen many times, playing out from the back. Oh, Russ Martin rather caught. Vardy, lovely ball into Mavididi. The Saints backline is a mess. It gets cut back. And Jamie Vardy has been doing this for a lot of years. Look at that. Strokes it early into the back of the net. He wasn't going to miss, was he? Good play by Mavididi, actually. Flynn Downs is running the wrong way. Can't really do anything about it. But come on, Vardy in that position is always going to hit the back of the net. 21 seconds, I believe, as the So Solid crew famously sang. It's Southampton 0, Leicester 1. What a start. Leicester top of the league as things stand. And here comes Mavididi again. Down the left-hand side. He's absolutely on flames, isn't he? Mavididi crosses to the near post. Half cleared. McAteer knocks it down. Driven goalwards. Blocked by Downs. Winks. Brilliant start by Leicester here. And foul there. He's lucky not to get booked for that. Ricardo Pereira, clear professional foul there. Pull back. You get away with those early in the game, don't you? Should we get some comments? Goodness me. What a start, hey? Sorry, Radaby Leeds. I was reading the super chat there. Am I going to the Millwall game? Yes, I am. Indeed, I will be at Millwall versus Leeds on Sunday. Very, very worried. Interesting. I'll make you favourites there, Radaby Leeds. Boom. Wow, just wow. Quick start. You love to see it, don't you? 9-0 anyone. There you go. Russell Martin's never really impressed me as a manager. Okay. Difficult to argue at this position, isn't it? Russ Martin, so I can see from trying out to play from the back. Imagine. My shock. Been at least a minute, aren't we, Jew? Another embarrassing one for Saints. A very poor. Didn't really have to do a lot to score, did they? Here comes McAteer again down the right-hand side for Leicester. Just slid a little bit too far ahead of Wilfred and Didi, but just a dream start for Leicester. Straight in there, 21 seconds. Goodness me. I'll take a 4-4. I'll take a 4-4 on a watch-along. God, 1 point in 11 years at Millwall. Okay, fair enough. Oh, God, they've given it away again at the back. Winks into the box. Good tackle. Howard Bellis, Dewsbury Hall. What are they doing at the back there? Oh, dearie me. I told you Vardy would be up for it. Certainly was, wasn't he? Goodness me. Oh, dear. Exactly the same again. Bazunu to Harwood Bellis, who I think is making this. Oh, it's atrocious from Harwood Bellis. Dewsbury Hall should do much better with that, really. I mean, I'm not saying it should be 2-0. There certainly should have been a big chance created from that particular opening. God, had to be Vardy. Is this Vardy's first start of the season? I don't think so. Did he start against? Might have started on opening day. I was there. I can't remember, to be fair. Corner Leicester from the Leicester then, and they are dominating this one. 1-0 up, 4 gone. Back with Dewsbury Hall. Poor cross by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Former Luton loanee this end. Get your thoughts in on a hell of a start. Oh, goodness me. I feel like his football is monotonous and tedious. Fair enough. Russ Martin's teams are streaky, aren't they? I mean, I really like Russ Martin. I probably like him as a person more than a football manager, I have to say. I like his ideals. I can't argue with what you guys are saying, though. Edozie knocks that one inside. Armstrong cuts it back. Great tackle. James Justin on the cover. Really good from Southampton. Their first attack of the game. Really good from James Justin. How entertaining is this, guys? Jesus Christ, what a start. Edozie came inside. Armstrong arriving from that withdrawn position. Does Edozie just kind of miss it? Looked like a really good chance, didn't it? Let's have a look. Why did he kind of slide in on that one? Yeah, Edozie. It won't go down as a big chance because he didn't make contact with it, but it certainly was a big opening, wasn't it? Corner Saints. Manning puts it in. Oh, little flick on there on the near post. Callum Doyle got something on it. Just diverted it, but well defended by the Foxes. Oh, goodness me. Evening, Ben. Sorry, I'm late. I hope you had a good week. Thank you, Joe. I have had a good week. It's been a bit stressful without Mel, the childminder, for the last 3 days. So I've been very Tom Selleck in 3 men and a baby. One man and a toddler. There you go. But we're here, aren't we? Schoolboy defending. You're not wrong. Southampton got scored on by Junior Firpo. Is that the bar? How did Leicester not score? The second one, I don't know. It's a poor ball by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, wasn't it? Odds on Saints doing a 2017-18 Sunderland. Slim, I would say, Charlie. This should already be 2-1, 5 minutes, and you love to see it. Keep the comments coming. I'll click these few up, and we'll get back into this. 6:20 on the clock. Let me know if you need a timestamp. What a start. As John said in the chat there, could be 2-1 already. Big gaps in the home end. Are they not bought into Martin Ball? Richard, you and I both have a vested interest on Tuesday night in that being the case, so we'll see. Chris, time check. Yes, Chris, I'm at 6:42. I'll give you a proper one at 7 minutes. If you're on your smart TV or whatever, do let us know and I'll give you a timestamp and you can get properly lined up so I don't spoil anything for you. Chris, we're going to be at 7 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. Get yourself all lined up. Hermansen. Slightly better effort there than Bazunu's. To be fair, was it Bazunu who gave it away? I can't remember. I think it was actually the keeper. Was it? It's Howard Bellis the second time. But yeah. And it's weird because with these teams that play that kind of, the ball's inside the 6-yard box and whatnot, the more they do it, the more they double down. Here comes McAteer down the right wing for Leicester. McAteer stands that up to the back stick. It's poor cross by McAteer. Goes all the way out. And over, I believe Russ Martin hates big games. We did discuss this on the Championship Check-In podcast. And something I want to be wrong about, because again, I like him. I like his ideas. I like him as a bloke. But I struggle to make the argument against what you're saying there. And I like to argue. So that says a lot. What's that for Vardy for the season? Don't know. Has he got one yet? Maybe only a couple. You'd think if they can get Jamie Vardy on the pitch for 25 of the games that he'd easily get into double figures with his quality, wouldn't he? Here comes Che Adams. Adams curls that one. Good save by Hermansen. Really good effort by Che Adams. Paul, 2-2. Hope I'm well. Thank you, Paul. You too, matey. Pulled the stream back by a minute. Yeah, you'll probably be about a minute out if you're on your Now TV or your iPad or smart TV or whatever you're watching. Even the Sky Go app will probably be behind if it's using internet. That's really good by Che Adams, that actually. Drilled it low. Good save, actually, by Hermansen. Adams always, I remember watching it at Birmingham, always had it in his locker, that low shot from the edge of the box. Manning, corner, Saints, headed away. Small bone, tries to recycle. Walker-Peters. There you go. There's something. Do you remember when we did the watch-along on the opening day? We'd probably mentioned Walker-Peters about 30 times already at this point. It's the first time I've mentioned him. He had a great South Wales derby record. Yeah, fair comment. Debatable. I can't read that. What am I drinking? This is the Goblet of Fire. And this is a popular Spanish lager, which I won't advertise. I deserve it at the end of the week, I think. Keep the comments coming, guys. The stream's only as good as the comments. Bold prediction, I don't think Vardy will reach double figures. Leverkusen and Bayern is going as well. Yeah, keep us across. If you are watching Bayern or you're watching Hull and Cov as well on the other screen, do let us know what's going on in those games. Keep us updated. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, no. Oh, why did I remember that? Oh, that even irritates me, let alone you lot. Please stop me if I start doing that. Goodness me. And he's on the ball again. I'm not saying his name. Nothing has changed with Martin. It said the name of the club. Hooked into my face. Inject the San Miguel. Any awareness of McAteer before this? No, I listened to when I was prepping for the new season. It was Matt Piper on BBC talking about him and said he might be one. I didn't expect him to, year one parachute team. You think the youngsters struggle to get in, but it looks good, doesn't he? Scored twice against Rotherham. Callum Doyle is being called over by referee Madley. This is one of those where I don't think he's going to book him because he didn't book Ricardo Pereira in about minute 2. So fair play to Madley because he'd have had 2 yellow cards out already. Got him to say it. There you go. Other lagers are available. To be honest, I went in the co-op. Other shops are available. Actually, we've got some nice Portuguese food for dinner. That was nice. We've got takeaway, a bit naughty, but what you're going to do is Friday. Truly Maidley deeply. A Savage Garden mention. Unbelievable scenes. Big giveaway by Saints. Winks is onto it. Winks at this level is a cheat code, isn't he? Goodness me. New series on the channel. Championship cheat codes. Justin crosses back stick. Vardy knew the second that left Justin's feet. It was a poor ball. Yeah, new series. Loads of great suggestions already for future episode. We covered Jack Grealish, 18-19 on Championship cheat codes. Get your suggestions in. Comment on the video rather than in here because I won't remember. He says co-op. He means Nando's. No Nando's around here, Russell. Portugalis, indeed. Proper Portuguese food. Home fans restless with careless possession. No, you're never going to dance again. 12:22 on the clock. Do you agree with me? Leicester good value for their lead despite scoring so early. Would I consider Jude Bellingham's season a cheat code? Yes, probably. Just joined live. How's the game looking? Loose. Godlike. Loose. Get loose. Leicester 1 up after 21 seconds. I've got 21 seconds to pass the mic. I've got 21 seconds to say what I'm going to say. Smallbone drills the shot. This is great, to be fair. It's a Mark Kennedy wave game. This is just back and forth and back and forth. Ben went to MK1 Fernando's. Now it's Wagamama. Wagamama down there. Geo. Yep, that would be one, wouldn't it? That'd be a very good one, actually. There's too many to choose from. Obviously, there was loads of shouts for Tarabd and Mitrovic, Buendia and Pookie, Danjuma. I agree with all of these. Neves. We just got to have the time to take me 3 or 4 hours to do each video. So in comes the corner. Big header clear by Vestergaard, not Bednarek, Vestergaard. Crossed in, easy gather. Never known why I get those two players mixed up. It's just the flow of the word, isn't it? That's a good shout, Michael Elise. I'll give you that one as well. In my opinion, Southampton have responded very well. Ben, not looking forward to the long journey. No way. Are you doing Plymouth to Preston tomorrow, Ben? My God. Standing ovation for that. How many hours is that going to take? Oh, man. I live in Bedfordshire, so I'm about a third of the way there, and I don't like that journey to Preston. Given away and made safe by Hermansen. Could have been another goal there. I think it fell to Che Adams. Keeper does well in the end. Oh, they're on their nerves here, these two. Hermansen knocks in. Of all people, it was Winks, who's probably got the best first touch of anyone on the pitch, actually. Poor first touch there. Goodness me. Paul Merson, I'll definitely give you. Yeah. In comes... Oh, actually, in comes the corner. Hermansen's out. Oof. This is like the most open game in the history of football. I'll raise you Paul Merson. He's probably even better for Portsmouth, wasn't he? Do you remember when Robert Prozinecki was playing for Portsmouth? My God. What a player. Ben Moans travelling to MK. Deary me. Tom Kearney, yeah, probably give you that. Tammy Abraham, most definitely, for 2 different clubs as well. Coventry have scored, says Scott. If you're across that one, let me know what's going on there. Prime Dwight Gale, Newcastle season. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, 100%. Probably even the West Brom season after that under Darren Moore. Here is Shay Charles, who I've barely mentioned either, who now seems to be behind Flynn Downs. Don't know if he's just covering there for the time being. Interesting, this whole central midfield business. Best thing about MK is leaving. That's brutal. The theatre is very nice. We've been there a couple of times. In fact, we went to see Singing in the Rain there. And now one of Enid's favourite songs is Singing in the Rain. So we'll definitely take her one day when she can sit for 2 hours and not completely lose her SHIT. Pablo Hernandez or Ben White? Ben White would be a good one, wouldn't it? Pablo Hernandez, I'd have to do 19, 20. There's too many 18, 19 players. Way too many if you throw Reece James in and the pair at Norwich and Norwood for Sheffield Wednesday and Gale. That glorious championship season. And Didi powering through the middle. Good cover there. And cleared away to Smallbone, who is clearly fouled by Steph Mavadidi. Charlie Austin, yeah, definitely. Michael Brown, definitely. Agree with all of these. Ruben Neves, Diogo Jota. They had 3, didn't they? In one team, they had Bolly, Jota, and Neves just taking the mick, didn't they? Don't think I've ever seen I saw Willy Bolly play. Can't remember which game. Might have been against Ipswich. I saw him play against Sheffield. They've given it away again. Oh, slid inside. What a pass. Oh, it's a great goal. Leicester go 2-0 up. An absolutely beautiful assist. McAteer has scored, but the defence was completely sliced open. McAteer, one touch, finish. Southampton 0, Leicester 2. And I need you to tell me who slid that ball through. Was it Winks? It's a great ball through, completely takes out the entire defence there. But again, look at this picture into Walker-Peters. It's all coming from giving the ball away. It's Dewsbury Hall, isn't it? Look at that for a pass. Perfect. Great assist. It's poor from Southampton again. It's really, really poor. But it's beautifully punished by Leicester. Dewsbury Hall got criticised in the last game, but he's absolutely quality. And so is McAteer, isn't he? But it's so poor from Southampton. So disappointing. They're complete architects of their own downfall here. And they are crapping the proverbial bed here live on TV. And Leicester are good value, aren't they? You know, it's not one of those games where you look and you say it's 2-0 and, you know, it's all a bit, you know, they've had 2 shots and they've scored twice. It does feel viable, this for Leicester, doesn't it? Goodness me, too easy. Peter Whittingham, yeah, 100%. Flying Foxes, lovely goal, carved open. Lee Camp, Scott, stop it. Hull nil, Cov 1. Who scored for Coventry, guys? Dewsbury Hall, yeah, lovely ball, Russ, wasn't it? Puts my 1-1 out the window. You're out, Alan. You're out. You're done. No 1-1s. Goodness me, this might be 9-0 again. Stop it, Ben. Ben, tell me how long it's going to take. I didn't get an answer. You might have answered. I didn't see it. From Plymouth to Preston. Man. Brutal. Russ Martin looks furious. But this is that question of, is it the person giving the instructions who's at fault? Is it the person following the instructions that's at fault? Dear oh me. Saints 0, Leicester 2. My 3-1 is on so far. The German game sounds like a good one as well. Bayern and Leverkusen. The ball is back with Charles, who is far deeper than Downs now. He looks like he's the centre-back and not Flynn Downs. Constantopoulos. This is a great... Guys, can you please comment these on the video? Great tackle on Ryan Fraser there by Vestergaard. Fraser hasn't been in the game at all, has he? Please comment these on the video so I don't forget all of these. I've had like 10 brilliant suggestions already in here. Fantastic. No reason why the town can't get... Stop it, Ben. Let's not think about it. Becchio. Well, Becchio was more League One cheat code, wasn't he? Latabodio. Thank you, guys. Sorry. DJ did tell me that as well. What is Ross Stewart thinking at this very moment? Get me fit. Get me on the pitch. It's probably what he's thinking, but yeah, I'm sure he won't have been impressed by that defending. Adoma and Balassi on each wing. Wow. Happy days. Here is Fraser down the left. Fraser crosses left-footed. Good ball. Flick to the back sticker. Dozie's there. Oh, nearly a bizarre own goal there. I think possibly Doyle. He smacked it against Mavididi. And the keeper was done there. It was flying towards the goal. Oh, we're not going to see the replay. They've taken the corner too quickly. Zaha and McCormack, definitely. Guys, comment these in the video. These are absolutely brilliant. Tommy, stop it. Tommy, am I seeing you on Sunday at the Den? John Deddy Bodvarson. Poor fella. Okay, yeah, fair comment, Radaby, yeah. Corner taken short. Adozie, nice looking cross into the centre. Out it goes. Fraser drives in the shot wide of the post. Mocked roundly by the Foxes fans in the behind the goal, but took a deflection. Nearly a calamity there, absolutely. Another corner to Saints. Good bit of pressure, this. Fraser pops that one in. Their crossing's been good, Southampton, hasn't it? Good punch by Hermansen there. Walker-Peters can't control that with his shoulder. Mavididi closes him down, and it's safe-ish now. It's back all the way with Smallbone. That's a hell of a switch of play by Smallbone. Fraser down the line. And unfortunately, it was down the line to Taylor Harwood-Bellis, who's an excellent player, but he ain't no winger, is he? Trippier for Burnley, yeah, 100%. Not sure, I will be seeing you, not sure what condition. Okay. What's the goalkeeping state for Millwall, Tommy? Anybody fit? Hermanson gives that away. Ryan Manning picks it up. Shay Charles goes home. I was at St Andrews, but you understand next to me. Boo-hoo, Matty. There's no excuse for not coming to see me. Here's Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall against Bazunu. Bazunu's out. Did that hit the arm? He's done well there, Bazunu. My God. They are an accident waiting to happen, Southampton, aren't they? Dear God. Nice run by... was that Pereira all the way from left back then? Goodness me. Vidra, yeah, I'll give you Vidra. Comment these. Goodness me. Roughly 6 hours 30. Plymouth to Preston. That's a standing ovation. Where are you travelling tomorrow if you're at a game? Huckabee, I'll give you definitely. What else have we got here? Tarabt. I mean, he's the ultimate, isn't he? Potentially, although I don't know. There's an argument that Mitrovic with 43 goals has at least come close to the greatest individual championship season of all time there, which most people credit Tarabt with. Probably right, aren't they? Salford 0, Notts County 1. Good old Didsy, Dave Kitson. Woof. What a team that was. Knocked in long to Fraser. Mistake there. Adams. Adozie is in. Adozie slips it over the keeper. And this wide open bonkers game has a third goal in 24 minutes. Lovely finish by Adozie. The keeper, Hermanson, makes his mind up for him. He dinks it over. It's a nice finish. Saints 1, Leicester 2. What a game. What a game this is. And again, the defending, not the best, let's just say. They hit Fraser initially. Who was it? Was it Doyle who just ran past the ball? It was, wasn't it? It's a nice finish. I have to say, the strikers in this game have punished the dreadful defending. Lovely little dink. It's really good from Adams, isn't it? He's too good for this division for sure, isn't he? And it's 2-1. Wide open. My God. Complete carnage this game. Just the way we like it. R.I.P. defended. What's Mick McCarthy and Neil Warnock thinking? And Big Sam? They hate it. There's me thinking Southampton had a great defence on paper. Well, they do, don't they? Harwood, Bellis and Manning. Okay, there's only one centre-back in there, but you make a fair point. Blackburn tomorrow. Special occasion. Yeah, 5,000 games for Blackburn now. Outstanding stuff. One of the great clubs, Blackburn. And worth checking out. Great finish there, isn't it? Lovely little dink. Doesn't even need to look to see where that's going. Edozie. Worth having a look on Blackburn's Instagram, by the way, if you don't follow them. Some real great players all leaving little videos on their mobiles. Tremendous stuff. Have a feeling, Tommy, the Millwall game was similar, but 3-0 to the away side. Goodness me. Not tomorrow. End of October, Newcastle to London to see QPR vs Leicester by train. I think I've just about worked that out, yeah. Manning knocks that inside. There was a foul, surely, by Vardy on Harwood Bellis, who's about twice the size of him, but we play on. With Shay Charles. The Titanic sailed from Southampton with a captain from Leicester. Nice. What a rubbish goal song, Stevie. I can't hear it. I've got the sound off. I've got the in-ears in, haven't I? By the way, if you want that lovely little thing that Stevie's got by the end of his name, hit the join button. You can donate £3 a month. Help me out. Help me feed my family whilst waffling on about football. If you hit the join in tier, you can join me after a bit of vetting on the roundtables. And at half time, during one of these watch times, we're going to hear from Blue Nose John at half time, which I am looking forward to. Actually, he'll probably go in on defending, which will be quite funny. Here's Small Bone. Fraser. Fraser, little one inside. Small bone. Manning. Tries to give and go with Fraser. It's poor from Fraser. And it's going to be a Leicester throw in the corner. Roy, hi from Canada. You're very, very welcome. Middlesbrough last season, Gloucester to Borough and back. Oh, my God. Ouch. Sunderland v Plymouth. Must be. Yeah, that nothing can be bigger than that. Got Carlisle away soon from Bedford. Well, Bedford, at least Bedford's a head start from those poor old Plymouth bunch in the southwest. Or Saints on the south coast. I suppose at least if you're doing Plymouth Sunderland, you don't have to go round London, do you? Not all the way round, like you do from Southampton. As my dad always likes to remind me, he remembers the days we had to drive straight through the middle of it, eh? Bazunu has got it. Everybody stay calm. Oh, where's he going to give it? Oh, it's so panicky, isn't it? You can touch the tension, cut the tension with a cricket stump. And he's booted it out of play. He's gone long. Dear oh me. Carlisle on a Tuesday night. Worth. Trying to remember. I remember doing Crew from Ipswich on a Tuesday night. I think that's probably a good couple 100 miles, that one. Tuesday night's always a killer, isn't it? But I was young and didn't need sleep then. Crowd on their back. Understandable, but unhelpful. But understandable, but unhelpful, if you get my drift. Feeds into it, doesn't it? Charles. So back off Walker Peters. Harwood Bellis. Harwood Bellis hoofs it down the ground. Adams versus Doyle. They're struggling to handle Adams, aren't they? If Southampton can get him on the ball. Dewsbury Hall, who got that beautiful assist for the second goal, tries a similar sort of pass into Vardy. Vardy lets it run. I think McAteer was on the same wavelength. Not quite Dwight York and Andy Cole there, were they? Winks and Pereira's in that left back to central midfield position there. Takes 2 hours to get to Bristol, the worst part of the journey. God. I remember back in the day, I used to have to do that Butlins that's not in Skegness, in Minehead. Oh, my God. That was brutal. You drive 90% of the journey, and then 40% of the time you're on the road would be the last 10% of the journey, if you get my drift. Referee Madley, truly Madley deeply, has got his yellow card out, and he has waved it, brandished it at Will Smallbone for a foul on Harry Winks, who's a lovely player to watch, Winks, isn't he? You pays your money to watch a player that smooth. Not slagging off Minehead, mate. Just the roads to it. Goodness me. Longest trip to a European game. God, I went to Milan to see Ipswich play. But then again, you go on a plane then, don't you? So beats getting stuck in traffic. Oh, great hit there by Wilfred Ndidi. Really good save by Bazunu. We've been a bit stiff on him, haven't we, in this game for his distribution. That was a good hit by Ndidi, wasn't it? Good save. It's not right in the corner, but he really smashes it, doesn't he? Ndidi really follows through that one. Really good save by Bazunu. Harry brought down by young Voldemort. Corner, Leicester. McAteer swings it in right-footed. Harwood Bellis and Adams both going for it at the same time. Harwood Bellis wasn't to know, but Adams had a much easier clearance down there. Who is impressed with me so far this season? What, players or teams? Many so far. Corner then, Leicester. Dewsbury Hall into the near post. Charles heads it away. It's back with Dewsbury Hall. Nice back heel. McAteer is going to try and run Armstrong. Armstrong's well quick though, isn't he? McAteer's done well there. And Didi just keeping possession back with Winks. They're trying to draw them out here, aren't they? Dewsbury Hall to McAteer. 1v1 again with Armstrong. He's having to do a lot of defending. And Didi, good work by Leicester. Crosses cleared. And Edozie, a bit naive there. He had a chance to get his team up the pitch. He's giving it straight back to Leicester. Southampton have been very, very abysmal. Not just abysmal, very abysmal. I like that. Going to watch Ipswich travelling from Norway. Oof. It's a trek. We were posh. We did Pontins. Slid down the line looking for Dewsbury Hall. 52-48, Sky telling us in favour of Southampton on the possession. Saints fans won't be bothered about that, will they? When the defending's been how it was. But there's only one goal in it, stating the bleeding obvious. You're going to get the business done against Wednesday. No comment. Be nice, wouldn't it? I'm an insecure football fan, though, so I refuse to believe it could happen. Cheers, everybody. It's a free kick to Leicester. I probably shouldn't pour a drink at this juncture. Dewsbury Hall is going to take it with the left foot. It's taken short. Swung in. Right-footed. Vardy was there on the near post. I assume he was offside, but nice open if he wasn't. Great throw by Bazunu. Fraser, if he's won a foul there, has done well, but he hasn't. So it's just going to be a throw in. Why is that wobbling? That's pretty annoying, isn't it? Why has that started doing that underneath my mic? Let's not touch it, hey? What are my thoughts on the Saudi football revolution? Throw that one in there, Radaby. We'll let the chat answer that. I'll steer well clear. And Didi. Is it drunk? It would appear to be. Oh, and Didi does well down that right-hand side. I'd like to see Adam Armstrong's heat map. He's done loads of defending here, hasn't he? Justin crosses that one high up to the back stick. Daniel, you absolute legend. £5 on the super chat. In fact, I'll drink to you, sir, right now. Off topic. Oh, God, you stitched me up there, haven't you? Who's my favourite Yorkshire club in the Championship? If Doncaster were in it, it would be Doncaster, because I can see you've got a Doncaster badge up there. Oh, drifts inside there. And driven straight to the keeper. It's Steph Mavadidi off the left-hand side. It's just an absolute hotbed, isn't it? Yorkshire. Obviously, you have the two Sheffield clubs, but we've only got one of them in the Championship at the moment. Leeds is just brilliant, isn't it? Especially for, interaction and, chatting to fans and stuff on here. They're just great. But then you've got Rotherham as well and Huddersfield. So absolute hotbed. I know I've just listed all of them and not told you my favourite, but great place to go. Love doing Barnsley as well, but obviously in League One at the moment. Get back soon, Daniel, and Doncaster. Down in League Two now, though, aren't they? After being in the League One playoffs, I believe, in 18-19? Under Darren Moore, actually, wasn't it? Yeah. Here comes Flynn Downs down the right-hand side for Saints. Nice give and go. Edozie puts the cross, a little flick off Pereira, and booted clear. It's Dewsbury Hall. Here they come back again. Walker-Peters has been fouled and the yellow card is out for Dewsbury Hall. Another one in the book. Yeah, fair dues. He's completely done him, didn't he, Walker-Peters? Poor from Dewsbury Hall, isn't it? Just cleans him out. Cheers, Daniel. Thank you so much for your super chat, mate. Free kick then to Southampton, which comes in left-footed from Manning. Oh, decent delivery, Harwood-Bellis. That's a good chance. I think that came off his shoulder, didn't it? If he gets a clean header on that, he scores, doesn't he? Just kind of loops in towards Hermansen in goal. See his shoulder? Yeah, we've done this before, haven't we? If he heads that, he scores, I reckon, Harwood-Bellis, player of his quality in the air. Just off the left shoulder as he's going to head it. Easy save in the end for Hermansen. Southampton are putting a little bit of pressure on now, aren't they? We're not sitting here spending the whole time worrying about them giving away goals. Let's get the numbers up so you can see them. There you go, 52-48 still, 1.14 to Leicester on the XG, 0.58, so nearly double in that regard, hence double the scoreline as well. 8 shots to 7 actually in Southampton's favour is an interesting one. For two possession teams, expecting more passes to have been completed, but hey, only one team can have the ball. Cross comes in, headed clear. Off to work the night shift over at B&M, away from the canteen. I'll wave over there, Charlie. Here comes Mavididi into the box. Mavididi drives it. Good save by Bazunu with his feet. And here come Southampton. Game's got no particular pattern now. It's just back and forth, isn't it? That is the pattern, I guess. Fraser tries to put the cross in. Doesn't even make the pitch, basically. Straight out behind the goal. We're just seeing this Mavididi opening again here. He's 1v1. He does well, doesn't he, against Harwood-Bellis. McAteer was arriving on the back post with what he thought was an easy finish. Yeah, he doesn't quite get hold of that shot, does he? A bit bobbly with the left foot there from Steph Mavididi. Just seems to be when they turn it over in an advantageous position, Leicester, just acres of space for them every time, doesn't it? Charles, Harwood-Bellis. Up the line it goes. Edozie tries to shape that one inside. Pereira's covering. Goes back home with Adams chasing him down. Adams closes the keeper down. Hermansen does well actually get up to Vardy. Vardy draws the foul. Clever old, wily old fox there. Vardy knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he? They're well in this game, though, Southampton, aren't they? And it looked like it could be getting away from them when it went 2-0. Leicester for sure, didn't it? Vestergaard. Doyle goes home. Hermansen. It's turned back over to Southampton. Charles goes home. Gives it to Bazunu. All the Leicester... Being unfair now, aren't they? All the Leicester players are on their toes when the Saints keeper's got the ball. Downs does well there. Draws a foul from Ndidi, who's probably only got 1 or 2 left before he's going in the book. Smallbone and Dewsbury Hall already in the referee's notebook. Am I keeping tabs on the Coventry game? I'm hoping someone's going to help me do the Coventry game. Let me know what's going on there. We'll have a look at half-time and just have a look at the stats and the numbers. I mean half-time in this game. Because they're 7:45, aren't they, at Hull? They are 15 minutes ahead. What does Vardy do next year, even if they go up or even stay down? I'd be surprised to see him either way. Suspect he gets... After you've done what he's done there, I suspect he gets final say on that, doesn't he? Mavididi on the left wing. Dewsbury Hall ahead of him. Dewsbury Hall, Mavididi. Oh, dear. Would have been brilliant. McAteer recycle. Across the box, and Didi hits the shot. Blocked out, and Didi again. Pereira, Winks. My God, this defending. 1-2 attempt again. Oh, they should have gone 3-1 up then, shouldn't they? Leicester. Dewsbury Hall has still got it. What a chance there. Mavididi in the clear again. Just the combination of Dewsbury Hall and Mavididi is just too much for that wide open Saints defence. God, they've had some chances, haven't they? Leicester. And you can see why Southampton have conceded the amount of goals they've conceded, can't you? Look at that for a pass by Dewsbury Hall again. He's got to score that, hasn't he? Completely misses his kick, Mavididi. Lets it run across his body to get onto the right foot. And he just holds up his run. And as a result, he gets his feet all in a muddle, doesn't he? Should have made it 3-1, though, shouldn't he? Goodness me. Bazunu doesn't look confident on the ball. Nope. Bless him. We don't wish that on any player. When the nerves are jangling. Long one through looking for Vardy. Vardy gives the thumbs up there. Manning back and able to kind of toe end it back home. No back pass. Sunderland took their soul. Shocking. Armstrong driving forward. Shot blocked by Vestergaard, who's... it must be quite fun to play in that middle Leicester centre-back. That's proper head-at-kick it gig, that, isn't it? Be in the right place and clear the ball. You don't have to do any of this work. It's what Connor Cody's going to end up doing. He's probably going to be very good at that as well, isn't he? In the end, Armstrong fouled Wilf and Didi. Winks, if you haven't already, comment your cheat code ideas on the Jack Grealish cheat code video. That really helped me out. Winks, coming up half time. Say hello to the boss, everybody, who is inside doing some baking for my sister's birthday tomorrow, which is awesome. I'm going to eat the hell out of that. Say hello to Shaylee. 3 minutes stoppage time. We've played 2 of them, or just about 2 of them. Vestergaard vs his former team. Does that give me an excuse, Matty, for constantly mixing them up with Bednarek? Doesn't, does it? Vestergaard to Doyle. Doyle slides it up the line. Mavididi, lovely ball. Winks, clever header back. Dewsbury Hall. Mavididi, good turn, Mavididi. Gets fouled as well. Keeps going. Mavididi slips it through. And Didi, great feet. Oh, what a goal. It's brilliant from Leicester. What a goal. Mavididi slipped it through. And Wilfred and Didi's feet inside the box was superb. He got a bit of luck at the end with the finish. But just before half-time, it's Southampton 1, Leicester 3. It's lovely stuff. And Didi from midfield gets into the box and gets the 3rd goal just before half-time. Let me know what you think about that. 4 goals in the first half here. Brilliant stuff. Look at that kind of no-look reverse ball by Mavididi. And And Ndidi then cuts inside. It's superb close control. Look at that. Whoop. See you later. Little dink. I say he gets a bit of luck. He doesn't, does he? He just takes a bit of a nick off the keeper on the way through. Great goal. Look at that. Lovely stuff from Ndidi. Brilliant composure to lay Harwood Bellis right on his backside there. I take it back. He doesn't get any luck whatsoever. Just gets a foot on it there, does he? Enzo Maresca loves it. I bet he does. The Leicester fans love it. 3-1. Ndidi, the goal scorer. He scored. Indeed, he did. Did you make a spelling mistake, Shaylee? Now spell Wilfred Ndidi and Vestergaard. Happy baking. Absolutely. This could be any score tonight. St Mary's, full silent. Quality team, quality goal. Why I called 3-1. Leicester look far better. Yes, they do. Bazunu, I mean, he gets completely exposed, doesn't he? I think that's one of the goals where you just give credit to the attackers. Lovely kind of no-look reverse ball, isn't it, by Mavididi? Just a great touch by Ndidi. Walker Peters has just absolutely smashed into Harwood Bellis, who's laying on the ground as everybody trots off for half-time. How about that then? Southampton 1, Leicester 3. Boos at half-time indeed. Not what you want to hear if you're Russ Martin. Early goal in this one. Jamie Vardy after 21 seconds. Poor defending, though, for the first 2 goals. Casey McAteer gets the second. All the finishing was great, but the 2 things can be true. You can have bad defending coupled with good finishing. Good finishing punishes bad defending. Go figure. But yeah, definitely a case of that. And then for the Southampton goal, Adozi gets slipped through by, was Adams, wasn't it? He makes it 2-1. Southampton came into it fairly nicely, but whenever Leicester managed to get up the pitch, and particularly if it was a kind of counter-attack, and when I say counter-attack, a quick turnover, normally from Southampton having possession, just acres of space for Dewsbury Hall, particularly, and Mavididi on the left-hand side. And that's where the goal comes from. The second goal for Dewsbury Hall to slide it through. And the third one there for Ndidi, just killer blow at half-time. Right, we're going to have a word with one of our Patreons. Remember, if you want to chop it up with me at half-time, you just hit the join button, which is somewhere over there, and we can chat with Blue Nose John. If I hit add to stage, I don't really know how to set this up for you, John, because that was just chaos. There wasn't much pattern today. It was bloody entertaining, though, wasn't it? What did you make of it?
How to defend FC versus how to defend FC, wasn't it?
Right.
Utter chaos, just
You love
crazy. Yeah, absolutely love it. I mean, I had it down as 2-1, I think it was. That's gone out the window. I mean, this could be
2-1 to Saints or to Leicester?
To Leicester, I thought. But, I mean, this could be anything. This could be 6-5 or something, the way this is going. I mean, you would say at 3-1 at half-time, you would like to think, or in a normal game, you'd say should be game over, really. But
it's too stretched.
Yeah, it literally could be anything. But I know Russ Martin's style wants to play out from the back, but some of these suicidal passes and moves, it's just, against quality opposition like Leicester, you can't afford to make mistakes. You just really can't.
That's the key point, though, isn't it? Because I'm on the one hand, I'm saying, oh, this is horrible in terms of giving the ball away, but the first one is Jamie Vardy, who's one of the greatest ever Premier League strikers, let alone, in whatever time frame you want to put on it. The assist for Dewsbury Hall for the second goal is great, and the feat from Ndidi is the third. So on the one hand, I totally agree with you as kamikaze, but they have shown loads of quality, Leicester, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think the one thing I would say is Southampton look very dangerous going forward, but Leicester do look like a side that can defend a little bit, shall we say. I think Leicester just... I say it cautiously, but Leicester do seem to be making some, mistakes at the back. Whereas I think Southampton, every time Leicester go forward, Southampton just look like they can't defend at all. I think the wing backs or Walker Peters on one side there's no communication between them and the back line. The ball down the channel is open every single time.
And Dewsbury Hall keeps heading over to that side, doesn't he, with Mavadidi?
Yeah, the one thing I would say is how many minutes has Vardy got in the Vardy's played that front role brilliantly, as he does. But how many minutes has he got in the tank? But the thing is, if Leicester come out and go at them in the first sort of 10 minutes of the second half, they could really put the game beyond doubt quite early on, to be honest. But could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah. So what do you make of this business then, where you have this? Because it's not like Southampton are ever going to turn around under Russ Martin and go, right, lads, first 10 minutes of this second half, let's get the ball up the pitch. Let's put some pressure on. Just not going to do it. And it's almost like the more awkward, it's like a comedian thriving on it being awkward. The more awkward it gets, the more they double down. It's like, no, you play out from the back and you stick to. They can't change, can they?
No, I think it was after the first mistake for the first goal. The camera went across to Russ Martin. I think he must have. I don't know who he was talking to, but he was kind of looking at one of his defenders. I don't know. He was looking at one of his defenders, and you could tell by reading his lips, he was like, "Yeah, keep going, well done," sort of thing. I was like, "You just gifted a goal. It's not well done at all. What you saying, man?" But I did find it ironic. The Southampton goal kind of started from just basically a long punt upfield
to the shortest player on the pitch.
To the shortest player on the pitch. I bet Russ Martin was stood on the sidelines. We've scored, but I'm absolutely disgusted by that sort of thing.
But you're right, John. They can't handle Adams particularly, can they? He's looked either laid on a chance or had a shot every time he's got the ball, virtually, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing with that Leicester back line. The one thing I think they have struggled with is when Southampton have pumped the ball, but they've played a longish pass into the channels, and you've got Adams, running down there. They just can't deal with it. But the problem is, I think they've done it once, obviously, which the goal came from, but they've hardly ever done it after that. But they're not going to change. They're not going to come out second half and go, well, that's a weakness, and we're going to target that, because we know Russ Martin. They will continue to do what they've done in that first half.
So, is there any point me giving you the numbers on such a chaotic game? I'll do it anyway. God, look at that XG, 2.05 in one half for Leicester. Wow. I hadn't noticed that. Look at that, 20 shots combined. Obviously I've seen the game, but were I not having seen the game, I would still not be able to make head nor hair of those numbers, other than one side has probably had about 3 penalties, judging by the look of those numbers.
I can just imagine Gary Rowett and Neil Warnock and managers like that sit in front of the TV tonight with their takeaway, just throwing everything at the TV, saying, what? This is not football. How are you? What are you doing?
So what does the second half look like then?
Well, you would.
No idea.
Let's be honest. If this game has shown us anything, there'll be no more goals. That'll be it. It'll finish how it is. But no, you would like to think Southampton, they've got to come out firing. They've got to come out and get an early goal to get back in this. But I just think they're going to be so exposed pushing forward that you wouldn't be surprised if Leicester caught them on the counter attack. And they've got the ability with Dewsbury Hall in there and Winks to one pass, and they're right through the middle of you. So I'll be honest. I think Southampton will give it a good go, but I can just see Leicester probably scoring another goal within first 10-15 minutes of the second half, if I'm honest.
Leicester would be mad not to play counter-attack here, wouldn't they? I know they've got all their principles and whatnot, but all they need to do is just go, come on, snap, come on, snap every time. And especially when they've got Vardy and the two quick wide forwards as well.
That's the thing. It's one way, setting up and playing possession football is nice, but they've actually got the personnel to play the counter attack really, really well. So they can actually just sit in. Whether they will or not, I don't know. But I can imagine both managers are having some stern words with the defensive side of each team at the moment. So you would expect both defenses to shore up their mistakes in that second half. Well, you'd like to think so.
There we go. Birmingham tomorrow then, John, away at Watford. I did a little tweet earlier on the 3 biggest outsiders of the weekend. And Birmingham were one of them, which I guess it's just an away game against a parachute team, isn't it? So I suppose it is what it is. But what are you expecting tomorrow?
Normally I'd be quietly confident, but we haven't beaten Watford at Watford for 14 years. So
Really?
yeah. I think I think I read somewhere that Cameron Jerome was the last time we scored away at Watford and won or something like that. I don't know. I mean, you look at Watford's start of the season, bit average, bit indifferent. 3-3 against Coventry was, as a single entity of a game, looked a decent result. But I say it quietly, we're actually a decent side these days. So if you put me on the spot, I would probably say it'd end a draw, if I'm being honest. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did go there and win.
What's the fitness looking like of some of those missing Blues players?
According to Eustace, which I wouldn't read anything he
My
says,
best mate.
your best mate,
Yeah.
or Sam's best mate, yeah.
My best mate, yeah.
Yeah. He always comes out and basically every time we have injured players nearing fitness, he always will come back and sort of say, "Oh, they're close, but probably another week," and then the next day they're on the bench. I don't think any of them will be involved, if I'm honest. I think he said Laird, Dembele, and Roberts probably are all a week away. George Hall's a few more weeks away because he did his hamstring before the international break.
That's a killer because you've got a proper 3-game week, haven't you? Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, yeah?
Yeah, it's 3 games and 6. Yeah. But the one thing I would say with us this season, we've got a bit of a squad. So it's not like previous seasons where if we lost a few of these really important players, you'd you were looking at kids, to be brutally honest. Whereas now I would imagine the likes of Ollie Burt will probably get some sort of game time tomorrow. Mayoshi will probably play. Bakuna, obviously, as well. Beat Hogan up front. So it will look very similar to the side that played before the international break. Maybe Laird, maybe a few of those might make the bench, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Let's just go back to this one. Steve asked the question everybody's asking. I'll try and answer it, and then John will dismantle my answer. Russ Martin is not a good manager. Why does he have so much hype? I think the hype comes from, you can't ignore the fact that he's young, English, handsome, and he talks well. So he's brilliant for the media. We get all of that. I do think the MK team was really good, and it was in League One. But I do find it hard to argue about the substance in terms of. So last year was his highest league finish, wasn't it? And where were Swans, like 10th or 11th or
yeah, they had a great end to the season, wasn't it? I think
really good, wasn't it? Yeah, if they'd have seen it right through, could have been in there on the last day, couldn't they? But you can understand why he has the hype, because if everything he says and the best of it transpires, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? It's a 90-point team. But what's your take?
I've never been a fan. I won't hide that fact. I think the one thing I would say is he's almost got fixated on his own style of play of his sides. I think he's got more sort of focused around this, the possession and the passing out from the back as he's gone on in his managerial career. I think his earlier sides mixed it up a little bit more, and I think they were a little bit more unpredictable. Whereas I think in recent years, it's kind of been, this is my philosophy, this is what I'm doing, I'm not going to deviate away from it whatsoever. And I think it's one of those. It's like, we would all love to see our sides play like Man City and Pep, but you've got to have the players to be able to do that, haven't you? And he might have one or two at championship level, but has he got enough of them? I don't know.
Just seeing the pictures, actually, I haven't seen any of this. That's a great goal Coventry scored. Latta Bodier, like brutal header that. He's way out, straight from a corner, drills the header. So Coventry are leading 1-0, and that must be, so that will finish at 9:30. So they must be coming up about 20, 25 minutes remaining. John, absolute legend. Thank you for coming on. If you want to come on here, and you have to be able to, the bar has been set high by Russ and by Mike and by Anna and by John, who are, to be fair, all regulars on the round table with me on the Patreon. But if you want to come on, then do join up or sign up on Patreon. And once we know that your internet works and you can string a sentence together, then we'll get you on here at halftime. John, I hate to do this to you, but we are Saints 1, Leicester 3. Go on. Give me a prediction for a final score.
5-1.
I can't argue against it.
No,
I was going to go, so if the second half 1-1, it'd be 4-2. But so, yeah, just huge thanks to John. Enjoy the second half. And what's your avatar here on, what will you come up as in the chat, John?
I'm just my name, actually, on
Is
YouTube.
It?
Yeah.
My God. Someone on the internet who actually uses their own name. How about that?
I'm old school.
Yeah, there you go. Imagine that. I actually use a picture of myself as well. That confuses all the trolls, doesn't it? There you go. Imagine not being anonymous on the net. Hey, John, legend, thank you so much for coming on, and do say thanks to John in the chat, and enjoy the second half, fella.
You too. Have a good one.
It's okay, mate. Yes. So yeah, do join up wherever it is over there, and we'd love to speak to you at halftime in one of these watch-alongs. Give your insight. Samuel Edozie, who I thought was quite good, scored, is coming off. So not sure what Russ is up to there, unless Edozie had a knock. That one's confused me a little bit. This lad, Sulemana, is on for the second half. So I'm assuming we're like for like. Edozie was front right, but yeah, I thought Edozie was pretty decent. We have the opportunity. We're just about to kick off. Get your predictions in for the final score. We've kicked off. I'll run it over the screen. We hope there's not another early goal. You got 16 seconds, everybody, all at once. Stick your predictions in for the final score. 16 seconds starting now. Get your predictions in then. John said 5-1. Hey, there may not be any more goals. It might just end 3-1. Yeah, but it does. It's so stretched, isn't it, that you could get an absolute spanking. You could get a massive comeback and a 3-3 draw or something of that nature. We'll stick your predictions up. I'll just let this go a few seconds longer so everyone gets a chance to get a prediction in. We'll do the teams and whatnot in just a jiffy. One sub at halftime. Sulemana on for Edozie, presumably front right, although it's over on the left-hand side, actually, as we speak. So I wonder if they have a bit of a rejig there, Saints. Let's get your predictions up. We'll do a quick click through here and start there. In fact, let's just read Wenlock's team. Look at that. Impressive how articulate and knowledgeable this community is. These halftime chats are very good. Give us a shout, Wenlock. You've super chatted enough times to warrant coming on. I met Wenlock outside Villa Park, didn't I? Yes, tremendous. Right. Predictions. There we go. 3-2, 4-1, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2. If the new Leicester winger comes on, you'll never see a man do so many steppos. More than Danielson, more than early Ronaldo. Right, I'm going to click through. Bosh. There we go. 6-2. Lovely stuff. Right, let me bang through the teams. We're on 47-10. Sorry, I was enjoying chatting to John too much at half time. Everything's behind now, isn't it? Walker Peters has got it down the right. Let's see this phase through, and then we will do the teams. A little slide inside to Fraser. Yeah, it looks like Fraser's gone over to the right-hand side, and Sulemana is on the left. Downs has got it. Armstrong trying a clever one round the corner to Fraser, who gives him a kind of grudging thumbs up. Oh, that's a poor ball by Armstrong. So there's your Saints team there. Bazunu in goal. Walker Peters, Harwood, Bellis. It says Downs at centre-back. Honestly, it's been Charles for the most part, hasn't it? Manning down the left. Flynn Downs is actually injured at the moment, holding his right leg, is he? So it says Fraser left on that. Ignore that. It's Fraser right now and Sulemana, the substitute, left. Probably Downs and Smallbone as the midfield. Alcaraz is going to come on, actually. God, they're going to be open. If they take out Downs and stick Alcaraz in, Alcaraz is a good player. Not really a defensive player as such. Armstrong and Adams, it's got... If Footmob's got it as a 4-4-2. It's just not, is it? Adams is up top and Armstrong's a little bit deeper. Flynn is still getting his treatment, so let's just do the Leicester team. Hermansen in goal, Pereira, Doyle, Vestergaard, Justin, and Didi Winks, Dewsbury Hall, McAteer and Mavididi wide. Of the great Jamie Vardy. So how's he going to manage this then if he's sticking Alcaraz, who's more an attacking midfielder, and taking Downs out? Hull looking a little better against Coventry. How long left in that one over at the MKM? Flynn Downs is done, isn't he? He is off, and Carlos Alcaraz is coming in. Guess he's just going to replace him in central midfield. What else can they do, hey? There is Willie Caballero, Leicester assistant manager, who was a keeper, wasn't he? Was it Man City, Caballero? Penalty shootout specialist, if I'm not misremembering that. Alcaraz is in. Lovely player, Alcaraz. I wish I knew what that hand signal meant, because he's probably just given away the formation to everybody before we even have to figure it out ourselves. No, he's gone into a deep midfield spot for sure, hasn't he? Next to Smallbone. does look like a 4-4-2 defensively, to be fair to Footmob. Here's Charles, and that's going to be a yellow card for Winks. Clear pull of the shirt. Winks says, yeah, I know. I did it. It was me. Yellow card. Oh, dear. Need some more Blues fans as members. Yes, we do. Join up. And Birmingham fans are loving it at the moment because their team's good and their owners aren't crazy. There you go. There's one, John. Free kick then to Southampton. Won by that excellent drive forward by Shea Charles. They put a proper wall up and everything. I don't imagine Southampton will shoot from this distance, although Alcaraz has put the ball down like with the same care that Walter White makes meth with. On a Breaking Bad reference. Big Willie style. Stop it. Free kick then. Alcaraz shoots. It's poor. Hermansen doesn't even bother diving for that. Daniel, you are too kind. Doncaster Daniel, thank you so, so much. £5 on the super chat. Let's drink to Daniel again. Which three teams, I noticed how he's worded this, would I like to see promoted? I mean, obviously, I'd be overjoyed beyond joy if Ipswich Town got promoted, but that may be a bit far-fetched. Who would I like to see promoted? I'd kind of like to see Coventry do it on the basis they've never had the parachute payments and they've traded very well. History tells us two of the teams that go up will have parachute payments, as in Leeds, Leicester, Southampton, Watford or Norwich. And you could see that happening, couldn't you? Just depends who the other one is. So, yeah, I think Coventry would be a bit of a win, wouldn't it, for this broken division and trading well and being a sensible club, basically. So thank you again, Daniel. Very, very kind. Daniel, think about joining up if you are enjoying super chatting. Come and join us on one of the round tables and talk some Doncaster. Would be hugely eager to hear. The ball is back with Manson, who does a brilliant Jordan Pickford pointless dive then. You love to see it. Although Jordan Pickford was in world-class form for Everton at Bramall Lane the other day, wasn't he? Tremendous stuff. Dare I check Twitter? I'm sure there'll be some idiocy going on Twitter if I do. Yeah, we look all right. Here comes Dewsbury Hall down the left-hand side. Tries to wriggle between two Saints defenders there and it's booted clear. Been pretty decent, Dewsbury Hall. I know he'd been criticised, but I've seen him once in the flesh and once on a watch-along this season, and he's played really well, to be fair. It's got to stop. Shay Charles has it. Definitely playing centre-back. There's no question between him and Flynn Downs now, because Flynn Downs has unfortunately stepped out of the game injured. Walker Peters helped Don Armstrong trying to chase him behind and get that. Sent the ball from central midfield, took a wee deflection there. One back by Sulemana, who's not really got into the game yet. He came on at half-time. Wins a throw-in, and Russ Martin quickly throws the ball back to him and tries to get Southampton moving. Bayern 2-1, Goretzka. We got more Willie jokes, guys. Come on, Samuel Cattell. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Needs to be an 18+ warning because there's just a massive Willie on the Leicester bench. There it is. Worth. We're not talking about Willie Nonto today. Got in enough trouble with that nonsense the other day, didn't I? We'll do a roll call in a bit. Don't tell me yet, but we'll try and give a shout out to everyone's teams in a minute. Bazunu to Smallbone. Why do we go from a Willie conversation straight to a player called Smallbone? Oh, stop it. What are you doing? It's not me. It's not my fault. McAteer. Alcaraz. Armstrong carrying it from that deep position, trying to find Adams. Cut out by Vestergaard. And Doyle goes home. Dewsbury Hall and Charles battling. Charles comes away with the ball. Alcaraz. Small bone. Manning. Sulemana. Sulemana tries to run his man. Great pace by Sulemana. Puts the cross in. Excellent from the left winger there. I said he hasn't been in the game yet. That was quite some acceleration there. Are you trying to tell me something? You're missing that one final screw. Salford 0, Notts County 2. Notts County are quality, aren't they? Decent bit defending that by Vestergaard, who is the one head-it, kick-it defender on the entire pitch. Right, let's try. Can we do our roll call now? No, we can't. Throw into Southampton. Manning. Manning tosses it in, and it's off Armstrong now. Right, roll call time. All I need you to do, everybody do it at once. Just type the name of the football team that you support. If you lie, I will ignore you. You have 15 seconds. Here it comes. Roll call time. Just type the name you support of the team you support, and we will shout out as many as we can. Here we go. Roll call. Type the name of the team you support in the chat. We'll shout out as many as we can. As we were doing that, Wilfred Ndidi has gone off to be replaced by Cesare Casadi, who is an Italian midfielder on loan from Chelsea. Just replace him in central midfield. Sulemana knocks that out of the line. Manning crosses in. Mavididi does his defensive work there. Small bone to Armstrong. Nice flick. Sulemana. Oh, he cuts it back. Too many notes. Mr. Mozart. as we say many times about Russ Martin teams. Right, let's give a shout out to as many of your teams as we can. Here we go. Right, Norwich, Ipswich, Celtic, Ipswich, Luton, Ipswich. Come on, Ipswich, Leicester, Sunderland, Birmingham, Ipswich, Slavia Prague, Leeds, Ipswich, Liverpool, Norwich, Rotherham, Villa. I'm getting higher. Sunderland, Ipswich, Leicester, Norwich, Ipswich, Bristol City, Mill, Double Mill, Birmingham, Leicester, Doncaster, Plymouth, Newcastle, Leicester, Reading, Leeds, Norwich, Birmingham, Ipswich. I'm shouting them all out. Norwich, Leeds. All shot driven in, gathered by Hermansen, Borough, Plymouth. Frederick has put Leicester about 5 times. He's padding the votes. There you go. We stick them all in. And we've got to read at the bottom there. Orlando Pirates. You love to see it. Great. Did we have any Southamptons in there? I don't think we did we? Must be able to find us at least one Saints fan. Alcaraz. Sulemana coming up the hour. Sulemana holds onto it. Manning floaty cross. Headed back by Fraser. Here's a big chance. Oh, Armstrong. It bounced to him. He tries to chest it down. It just won't come down. And he swipes at the shot with the left foot before it's properly, kind of on the half volley for him. And whoop, over the bar. Decent opening. Just wanted to chest that downwards, didn't he? And it just loops a little bit before he goes. They've gone to bed. There you go. Wolves. Lewis, legend. After you mentioned Willie Caballero, Sky mentioned Willie. West Brom. Oh, here comes Mavididi. Mavididi in the clear, dinks it over. What a miss. Oh, no. That should have been game, set, and match. Mavididi should have had a hat-trick in this game, shouldn't he? Clean through. Vardy's just giving him the look. Oh, dear. He's got to score that, hasn't he? Dewsbury Hall again. Brilliant pass. 1v1. Oh, there's a tap in as well for Vardy in the middle. What a miss by Mavididi. Oh, dear. He tried to dink it past the keeper and it's well wide in the end, outside of the right foot. And one of the great Premier League strikers is stood in the middle of the box with an open goal as well. It's horrible from Mavididi. He's been decent, hasn't he? He's been dangerous, but not clinical. $61.20 on the clock. Sulemana just pass. How's he missed? Lewis, only person on Patreon who said Klupia would be comfortably safe. You're probably going to be right, actually, aren't you? What happened on the last Patreon round table, Lewis? You look like you got attacked and then you just disappeared. What happened? Sulemana. Sulemana puts the cross in. If you do join up on Patreon, you can try and take on Lewis. I don't advise it in the round tables. It'll take you with the low blow. Don't worry about that. That was my Vardy goal. Gone. 2-1 Bayer Leverkusen. Been a penalty given in the last minute. How long to go in Hull Coventry, guys? Here's a little knock down the line to Ryan Fraser. Good touch. Pops inside. Pereira goes with him. Fraser does well. Manning, good ball. Sulemana. Can he get that acceleration going again? Comes inside. Leicester will be happy to see him there. Good ball, though. Fraser's all the way over the other side. Good block by James Justin. Shot driven in from distance. Easy catch by Hermansen. And unless Southampton are going to do a ridiculous comeback, they need a goal pretty soon. Unless they're going to do 2 in the last 5 minutes or something. There he is. Swanning off to Zanti. Dear oh me. I saw Lewis at Derby versus Oxford earlier in the season. Here comes Adams. Adams slides it through. Big chance. Ryan Fraser saved by Hermanson. There's been so many chances in this game. Could have been 3 or 4 more goals than we've had. Sulemana clips it back post. Poor ball. He looks like he needs to go for the byline. Sulemana, doesn't he? Looks like that sort of winger. Another chance that comes from a team giving the ball away, playing out. To be fair to Fraser, he's driven quite wide, isn't he? Just tries to hit it as hard as he can, and it's straight at the keeper. .64.09 on the clock. 3-1 Leicester in this slightly bonkers but very fun game. Casado is given away. Manning driving forward. Shot came in from Armstrong straight after. He has loads of shots, doesn't he? Need to hit that low across the keeper. Yeah, probably agree with that. Go anywhere after that, can't it? Walker-Peters. Fraser. Walker-Peters. 65 now up on the clock. 25 remaining. Swansea looking forward to their annual trip to civilization tomorrow night. Naughty. 14 minutes to go, says Roy. In Hull, Coventry, which Coventry, I still believe, are leading 1-0 through Joel Latapodie's header in the first half. In the words of Nelly, it's getting hot in here, but I'm not going to take off all my clothes. Do not worry about that. The only small bone you're seeing tonight is on the pitch. Deary me. Here comes Sulemana. Beats Justin. Oh, Justin does well there. Runs to him with the byline. Sulemana is well quick, isn't he? That last bit of acceleration, he knocks it right ahead of him. And you think he ain't going to catch that. And then he does. Every time. Good play by Justin. Does strike me as he's the sort of winger that if you do just run with him, there might not be a trick at the end of it to do you. Corner, Southampton. Sulemana. Oh, given away. And here comes a Leicester counter-attack. That's brilliant for Mavididi. Mavididi is clear. There are 3 Leicester players clear. It's surely going to be 4-1. And yes, he finishes this time. Mavididi carries the ball from inside his own half. It's a great run and finish. He missed a hell of a chance about 5-10 minutes ago. And he has repaid those Leicester fans behind the goal with a great finish there. Southampton 1, Leicester 4. I'm going to do it. Famous last words. Game over. Well played, Mavididi. He deserved that one, didn't he? Big counter-attack. It was Sulemana, though, gave it away, wasn't it? Mavididi does really well. He pops a little George Weir here. Look, knocks it around small bone one way and the other. And it's one of those incredible moments where you realise there's no other defenders back. Do you remember when we did that playoff game between Bournemouth and Brentford put everybody up for a corner and you realised Dan Juma was going to be in from like 80 yards and you're like, whoa, there's no defenders. He's going to score. Mavididi took that really well. He had to score though, didn't he? God knows what Jamie Vardy would have said to him if he missed that one. Nice finish. Right in the corner. Southampton 1. Leicester 4. Southampton have now conceded. Norwich scored 4 past them. Sunderland scored 4 past them. Big smile from Jamie Vardy. As forgiveness that was for not playing him in for the open goal. Sorry, the point I was going to make, Norwich scored 4 past Southampton. Sunderland scored 5. Leicester have now scored 4. Southampton are leaky as anything at the back. Woof. Southampton in the mud, as the kids would say. Absolutely. I thought he missed it. If he had missed, I was worried for his safety. Yeah. It would have just been interesting to see Jamie Vardy's reaction, wouldn't it? Ryan Fraser in. Ryan Fraser out. Stuart Armstrong in. Presumably to try and make it a bit more solid. But that ship has well and truly sailed, hasn't it? Now, Leicester clearly took notes from us. Yeah. Only positive for Saints, they ain't conceding 9. We play them in a week. David, I'm there on Tuesday. I hope they defend like this on Tuesday, I tell you. Casady, miscontrolled by Casey McAteer. If he'd missed, Leicester fans would have called for his head. Yeah, I think the substitution might have come if he'd have missed, mightn't he? McAteer is, after that missed touch, is now going to be coming off. Yeah, don't forget, Argyle scored 1. Not forgetting, who scored that goal? Can't remember. Probably Hardy, wasn't it? He scored loads, didn't he? McAteer, who scored goal number 2 of the 4 for Leicester. Fatawu has come on. Is he going to play on the right wing? Number 18, Abdul Fatawu. It was Hardy. There you go. Am I vlogging Tuesday's game? Yes, I am. Very much looking forward to that. And I will be vlogging on Sunday at the Den for Millwall versus Leeds. Here comes Armstrong, one of the many now Saints subs. Great run by Armstrong. Hits the shot blocked out by Justin, who's played well. Shot driven in, deflected. Spectacular overhead kick. Bicycle kick indeed. Clearance there. Small bone. Plays it to Charles. But Saints have had 53% possession. So have they really lost? My mate Joel, who you met, not only did I meet him, Lewis, I bought him a pint, and you, didn't I? That's the kind of guy I am, ladies and gentlemen. Came through the ranks with McAteer, so he's a special talent. He looks it, doesn't he? He looks a baller. Howard Bellis and Manning are poor at the back. Hope they're the partnership versus Ipswich. Take a crash helmet to the Den, Ben Ladd. Oh, I'm in good company with Leeds and Millwall. Lots of friends amongst those two clubs. Russell Martin not seeing Halloween. I didn't get that for a second, Adrian, but you literally mean the date Halloween, don't you? I hope you're wrong, because that would be an absolute disaster. Southampton go level with Sutton United as the EFL's joint leakiest defence. Wow. Haven't played a game less. Dearie me. So they've conceded 16 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nearly 3 per game, 2 point something per game, if anyone can figure that out quicker than me. Southampton look pedestrian at the back. Derby Pompey prediction. Anyone want to take that in the chat? My club is back. Trust in Enzo. Here come the step overs. Oh, is this the winger I've been waiting for, Samuel? We love a step over. He's been booked, actually, for Tawu. See, I always buy the drinks, Dave, don't I? Hey? I'm like Ric Flair, Dave, aren't I? I'm just a party guy. 0-0 with Ipswich then. There you go. There's some Derby Pompey predictions. Throw in Saints. Alcaraz. Leicester can surely just sit in for the remainder of this game and take a lovely 4-1. My phone has just given me a notification that says, I don't know if you can see that. It says Hull 1, Coventry 1. If anyone's across that, let me know about that goal. Hull have equalised in the 87th minute, according to my mobile phone, which has been wrong before. Wine in the South Stand. Only meet at what? Russell, did I not buy you a glass of champagne in a lovely breakfast bar in Bedford? That beats wine. That destroys wine in drinks top trunks, doesn't it? The shot swung in by Alcaraz. Wait till I see the other notification. You can't say Ric Flair and not give it a woo. Is there another clip or something? Oh, dear. If it's in WhatsApp, I don't have notifications set up. Here comes Dewsbury Hall. Carry. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card for Highwood Bellis. We've got to play on, haven't we? Mavididi. Vardy hits the shot. I think they wanted the free kick in the end. Surely that's got to be pulled back for a yellow card for Taylor Harwood Bellis. Proper decapitated Dewsbury Hall there. Da, 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 da. Who scored for Hull? Aaron Connolly. Thank you, Ben. He's in good form, isn't he? In fact, one of my bold predictions, who were the three players? I said Connolly, Latte Lath, and one other. And Connolly's already scored. Interesting. Here comes another Leicester counter, which all look lethal at the moment. Southampton is gone in this game, aren't they? 15 to go. So I suspect if I open my WhatsApps, there's going to be a clip of me sounding stupid. Here it comes. In the words of Nelly, it's getting hot in here, but I'm not going to take off all my clothes. Do not worry about that. The only small bone you're seeing tonight is on the beach. Oh, dearie me. It's joyous. Pure partridge. There's plenty more to celebrate. I'm sure he won't mind me saying Russell is getting married abroad next year. How many days should I go for? We'll let the chat decide. Obviously, HQ will just make the final say, which is fair enough, isn't it? Russell Martin has to be one of the most naivest managers going. Constantly tries to play Pep-style football with average players, says Bean the Blade. I always try and stand up for Russell Martin, but I can't today. They're losing 4-1. They lost 5-0 last week. I'm not going to win the argument, am I? David, it's mad with Connolly. We had him at Borough. He used to run around in circles. Can't believe the form he's in at the moment. Yes, agreed on that. Coventry 4 draws in a row. Is it over, Adrian? Has that one finished? 76 here. Yeah, it should be about 15 minutes behind. Probably in stoppage time. Thank you for all the support, by the way, guys. Walker Peters is in down the right wing. Stands up. His man tries to cross left-footed. They've doubled up there. Mavadidi's done well. Wins a foul. And that gives me a lovely chance to see if we can do a like spike. So we've got 99 likes. It's going to be lovely. We're going over 100 now. You've got 9 seconds. If you haven't hit like already, as many of you as you can, hit the like button. You've got 9 seconds starting now. Like! Did we go over 100? Let's have a look. 108. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. Can Russ Martin shut up shop? Yeah, he's going to go 5-4-1 on Tuesday, Richard, and play long ball. Tremendous. How can a manager explain conceding 9 goals in 2 games? Not good. Not good. I'll keep defending him, but I'm struggling here. We're defending the indefensible now, aren't we? Bold predictions. Hardy to be called up to the national team. What, is he Scottish? That'll definitely happen, won't it? Although they're quite good, Scotland. I say they're quite good. There's a Southampton fan getting quite vexatious in the stand there. Under weaknesses, you've put defending. Well, that's kind of your job, isn't it? Rumour has it, if everyone likes it, their team will have a chance of winning the next game. I've heard that rumour too. I tell you what, I've been leaning with one arm because our lovely guy Liam, who did the graphic there, has put it on that side. So I'm leaning away from it. Much prefer my coffee drinking bobble hat manager saying, get it in the box. Aribo. Walker Peters puts the cross in near post to Manson. Yeah, obviously, when we were doing the light spike, you can hear Joe Aribo came on. For Che Adams, who should score. You're an absolute hatful at this level, shouldn't he? But he is out of this game. Corner Saints, which Ryan Manning is going to take. Let us know if you're off to a game tomorrow, where you're heading, who you're supporting, who the opponents are. Be good to hear who's watching who tomorrow. Who made who? Who made you? Ain't nobody told me. Walker Peters, Manning, who's still over on the right-hand side after taking the corner. It will swipe away, and it's a throw in. Ricardo Pereira. Where's the EFL logo? We can have a word about that. Yeah, it would fit, wouldn't it? I'm a Blade going to Spurs away tomorrow. Nice stadium. You may lose. Enjoy. Aribo. Aribo knocks it back to Walker Peters. Armstrong, nice feet, gets into the box. Armstrong still got it. Oh, tries to feed it through to Alcaraz. And Leicester defending the edge of the box. Get a bit lucky there. And then a complete giveaway by Justin. Aribo. Small bone. Aribo. Alcaraz. It's a lot of passes. How about a shot? Armstrong. Manning. No shot. Through to Hermansen. Looks like my videos on Twitter. Of course I'm on Twitter, making a pillock of myself. Always. Always I want to be with you. God, name that tune. And make believe with you and live in harmony, harmony. Always. What a band. Nice little bit of keep ball by Southampton, but that's not going to impress their fans. All fart? No. Okay. Erasure. There you go. I'm crazy blowing over with ideas. 1,000 ways to lose a lover so sincere. Yeah, I like Erasure. Bam. Some late 80s, early 90s electro pop. Boom. Getting that possession up, aren't they? Should we throw the numbers up? Let's do it. I think we're getting a substitution anyway. The great Jamie Vardy may be coming off. Goal number 7,000 of his career today. Where's my stats? Foot mob. Where are they? Well, I wanted to put the stats up for you, but can't blooming see them. I've scrolled up and down about 3 times. Okay, triple substitution. Iheanacho, Chowdhury, and a Turkish lad whose name I'm going to have to read off the screen so I don't butcher it. But then I just closed down. Akyun. First time for me seeing him. $83.50. We're just playing this out now, aren't we? Hull 1, Coventry 1, full time. So how many have Coventry drawn in a row now? Is that 4? They are draw happy, aren't they? Hull look decent though, don't they? Liam Rossini has got them looking nice and neat and tidy and solid. Fatawu bursting through there. Got a bit lucky. Here's Mavididi in the box. Mavididi crosses in, headed away by Manning. Chowdhury heads it down. And Pereira has got it. Wonder if I refresh FootMob, whether the stats will just randomly reappear. Do you know what they actually have? In the words of Chris O'Dowd, have you tried turning it off and on again? It's a terrible accent. Got 3.24 on the XG. That is brutal, isn't it? God. 54-46 on the possession. 32 shots in the game. Leicester, 3.24 XG. 6 big chances. Bloody hell. This is an open defensive Southampton team. That sounded like Brian Clough. There you go. It's Chris O'Dowd from Republic of Ireland or Northern Ireland. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Was that better? I'm trying my hardest, honestly. In lockdown, we did a magnificent, I think it was about 3 hours long in the end, triple interview with the great Jim Magilton. Now that is a proper Northern Irish accent. What rubbish! What? It's crap! Oh, it's rubbish! Shay Charles. They've gone long now, Southampton. How about that? I'm trying to find Armstrong, who is the focal point of the attack since Che Adams has gone off. Vestergaard battles away. Kasady. Bit of a friendly feel since it's gone 4-1, hasn't it? Over 4.5. You've already won, fella. You don't need any more goals. Unless you had Leicester over 4.5 goals. Kasady. Chowdhury. That one into Kasady. Tackled by Small Bone. Armstrong. Nearly managed to feed it through to Akyun, whose name I'm being very careful with. It's kind of like action, isn't it? Most goals conceded this season, say Sky. Southampton 16. Next nearest is Middlesbrough and Rotherham with 11. So they're 5 ahead. Okay, they've played a game more. Here comes Armstrong. Nice looking attack this. Sulemana. Oh, he wanted that on his right foot, which allowed James Justin to put himself right in the way of that in-swinging shot. You're better than Sky's actual commentators. Who is it tonight? I bet I'm not, but it's very kind. Who's on co-comms? Because I'm not better than the summariser on TalkSport 2 because it's Sam Parkin. I won't get out alive for saying that. Who is it? Gary Weaver tonight? Daniel Mann? Big Don. Okay. Akun. Chowdhury. And we're literally at walking pace now, aren't we? In the words of the great Jim Ross, will somebody stop the damn match? Enough is enough. Daniel Mann. Bet Sam is going to town on the. I hope he is. If anyone's listening to Sam on TalkSport 2, I'm sure he'll be enjoying the defending. He did say yesterday on the Championship check-in, it's almost like that guy knows what he's talking about, isn't it? That he thought there'd be loads of goals because the defences are way too open. And he was totally, totally right. Aribo. Oh, nice feed. Armstrong. Sulemana was open the entire time there, wasn't he? Goodness me. Daniel Mann and Don Goodman. What a combination. I'll leave that to the chat. Who do you see as the first manager to get the sack in the Championship? I'm presuming we are talking. Nice to see Leicester win has gone up to 62% throughout the game as they've helpfully got 3 goals ahead. Foul on, is that Kasady? Have Sky given Mavididi the man of the match? I'm seeing the replay. Surely you can't miss like 3 one-on-ones and win man of the match. Can you? Can you? I don't know whether he's won it, by the way. Let me know in the chat who your man of the match is tonight. Russ Martin blaming his side's inability to defend on the poor old 4th official then. You really voted for Southampton at 4-1 down, old sheriff. Dear oh me. Saints conceded 9 in the last 2. Oof. Yeah, thank you for joining us, Roy from Canada. Steph Mavididi has got the man of the match for Sky. Let me know who yours would have been. Goal and an assist. 5 shots in this game. Could have had a hat-trick, couldn't he? Could have had a hat-trick. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're into 6 minutes of stoppage time, but the game's just lost any sort of kind of intensity since the 4th goal went in for Leicester. McAteer. There we go. I think we're getting some suggestions in. Get your ideas for man of the match in. Vestergaard clears that one out. I wonder when Southampton's owners will realise Martin is not the right man to get them back up. Interesting. And Didi. Mine would be Russ Martin for the tactics he's provided. Is this for the entertainment it's given us all tonight? Dewsbury Hall. I might agree with you there, Chris, actually. Climbing up on Dewsbury Hall. 92:46 on the clock. No, he's not getting sacked before Tuesday, Richard. Man of the match, Vardy. Southampton's defence. Oh, Russ, penny for your thoughts, fella. Penny for your thoughts. Decent song, that. What time signature it's in? It's really weird. I'm going to find Ian Nacho in the channels there. Dewsbury Hall for that one pass. A great assist, wasn't it? Enjoyed your singing a lot more than the game. Comment of the day from Bob Bank. 93-52 in this most pointless bit of stoppage time we've ever seen, with the game at 4-1 and nobody really trying. Friendly stuff here, isn't it? Leicester just want to get out of Dodge with their 3-goal win. Leicester are going top of the league, by the way. Fair dues to the manager of the month, Enzo Maresca. He's going to get his 5th win out of 6. Impressive. Slide through. Ian Acho, what a miss. They could have genuinely won 6 or 7 tonight. Southampton. It's dreadful from Ian Acho, and he looks very sheepish about that. Times his run fine, but that's so bad, isn't it? On the left foot. Just an easy open the body, slide that. He could have gone either way, couldn't he? The low finish around Bazunu, I could have scored that with my left foot, and look at Maresca. Yeah, he's like, come on. Can I trust you if you're not going to stick that in? Oh, they're still playing out from the back. They're giving it away again. What are you doing, Southampton? Oh, for God's sake. I didn't even support them, and it's getting on my nerves now. It's almost like they want to lose 5-1 here tonight. The confidence is just gone. They need to get off this pitch and get this game done. Oh, dear. £25 million player. Yeah, right. Well, a £25 million finish. It should be rubbing in hands with glee for Tuesday. Well, depends how many team meetings they've had since then, because this has been poor, hasn't it? To say the least. Ian actually nearly getting in again. 15 seconds of normal time, minimum stoppage time remaining. Here comes Armstrong. Big tackle by Chowdhury. Big tackle by Justin, who's gone down. And Sulemana has been red carded. I must admit, I didn't quite see the tackle. I saw it was a 50-50. Sulemana went in with Justin. Referee Madeley was right there. So remember, we're looking for excessive force or endangering the opponent. He's obviously been sent off for serious foul play here. I'll need to see a replay, but just the worst night for Southampton, because they're going to lose Sulemana for 3 games now, aren't they? Still haven't seen a replay, so I'm going to reserve judgment there. Referee Madeley's been pretty good tonight, to be fair. And Sulemana trudges off. Sky still haven't shown us the replay. Fortunately, James Justin's okay, which is the main thing, because he's had some horrible injury problems. Right, here comes a replay. In we go. Need to see that in slow-mo, to be fair. They showed it full speed. I'm not going to comment on it until I see it slow-mo, because he kind of thrashed in there. I guess the idea is if you're going in and feet are off the ground and you're going in on the ankle, then it's endangering the opponent. I'd still need to see that slow-mo, to be fair. All irrelevant, because the final whistle is going to go. A terrible end to a terrible game for Southampton. Great game for us here on the watch along, because we got 5 goals. It was Southampton 1, Leicester 4. Just a defensive horror show from Ross Martin and Southampton. We'll try and take you through all the goals one by one as we wrap up. Make sure you hit the like button before you go, let me just take the graphic down and we can bring it on the split screen like that. Jamie Vardy, 21 seconds giveaway, cut back. I think it was Mavididi. Vardy smacks it home. Casey McAteer got the second from a brilliant assist by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Again, poor defending, playing out from the back. Poor defending then by Leicester for long ball forward, and it was helped on to Adams, who slid in a dozy, who finished nicely. But Wilf and Ndidi, a little reverse ball, great feat by Ndidi to lay down Taylor Harwood-Bellis and finish. Russ Martin says to referee Madeley, I'll have a chat with you out the back. Yeah, he doesn't look happy, but hey, not the issue, is it? And then Steph Mavididi adds a fourth in the second half. Massive breakaway. He was the last man from inside his own half, wasn't he? Mavididi sprinted through as the Leicester players go over to applaud their supporters. And their supporters will be very happy because Leicester City are top of the league. We've got 2 Friday night games. Obviously, we had Hull at Coventry as well. And there they are. Well played, Leicester. Well above the 2 points per game. 5 wins from 6. 15 points on the board. Already, it's early days, but they are objectively, mathematically on course for over 90 points and probably on course for 100 if you extrapolate it this early. It's been a really, really good start by Leicester. I mean, I can literally still sit here and say, have they blown me away at any point? They were good today. They were clinical, but maybe they had a little bit of a helping hand. I think we're going to just see the equalising goal from the Hull game. Recycled corner it's going to be. We know Aaron Connolly scores the goal. Oh, what a goal. 2 brilliant headers in that game. A really clever back header from Connolly there on a recycled corner. A couple of excellent headed goals there in that game. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Plenty going on the channel this weekend. I'm at my sister's birthday tomorrow, so no game for me, but I will be at Millwall versus Leeds on Sunday. Thank you for all the support and all the comments. Yeah, as Ben says there, safe journey for anybody travelling to games tomorrow. Enjoyed every minute. Thank you so much. A Leicester good or a Saints bad or a bit of both, maybe. I think you've a bit of all three, I think. David, Knight to everybody here in the chat. We will try, I'll see how I'm going. We'll try and get the hot takes done before I go to Millwall on Sunday morning, but that might take a little bit of effort and a little bit of work late on Saturday night, but we'll see how we go. Thank you for all your nice comments down here, and I will bid you farewell on a chaotic night. Leicester go top of the league. Southampton horror show at the back. Southampton 1, Leicester 4. That's the watch along, everybody. See you soon.